touched on this before, but where do you see the high-end audio going in the future, and how do you see Wilson Audio fitting within that vision? We may have touched on this a little bit prior.
Well, I like to think that we don't really follow the industry, and I don't want to sound arrogant by saying that, but there have been times in the past where there have been movements where they've, tried to create industry trade groups. Like there was one called AHIA and so forth, and they tend to, the organization wants to make its membership as inclusive as possible because they get dues from people, say. So they want as many people as possible. Mm-hmm. And I remember when Kathy Gornick was kind of running that, she was saying, well, that anybody in the electronics industry should be allowed membership to this because, you might be working for a place like Panasonic, but you're still a music lover. And I'm thinking, no, it should be as exclusive as possible. It should be companies that have certain standards, like if they're an American company, then a certain percentage of their product needs to be made in America.
Right.
We don't have these companies that say we're an American company, but the design and the manufacture and everything takes place in China. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's not authentic to us. Yeah. So it's hard to get this group of small companies to agree on very many things because it's a highly entrepreneurial group of companies. I don't want to call it an industry because I don't like to see it becoming an industry. I like it being a guild. And so the industry at large, I think, is going to do more and more outsourcing to reduce their costs and increase their profits. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to try to produce more and more low-priced products to try to appeal to the younger buyers out there. And whether or not they can maintain real high-end credentials, by which I mean, are they actually producing products that are authentically high-end, or are they just branded?
Sure.
Are they being Prada bags and Gucci bags and things like that have these fine Italian names, but they're made in China?
Yeah.
That's not high-end to me. Mm-hmm. That's just high-end marketing of commodities.
Right.
Wilson Audio, we don't see that we have a need for rapid growth, but for being very stable.
Right.
And that there is always going to be a market for genuine quality. And so that's the game that we play. We try to maintain the quality. We frequently have people, even some of our own distributors, who are saying, well, why don't you bring out a low-end line or something like that? And it dilutes your energies, it dilutes your resources. It doesn't enhance your high-end line. It doesn't enhance Wilson Audio. It's parasitizing on Wilson Audio to enhance a low-end line.
Yeah.
And which ultimately weakens Wilson Audio.
It weakens the brand.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And some other people will say, well, you've got to make it more attainable. And my attitude is, I want Wilson Audio to always be aspirational. That people, when they finally acquire Wilson Audio, they know they've got the real thing.
Yes.
And that's very important to our culture.
Sure. Okay. On that note, thank you very much, David Wilson.
My pleasure.
Thank you.